Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. I almost forgot my name there. Sorry about that. I've been awake since 10:30. It is about 10 after 6 a.m. right now. So I've been up for like 6 hours, which doesn't really mean a whole lot. I mean, I've been awake and been feeling awake. Now I'm actually starting to feel tired, but now is when I actually have to start doing things. So, yay. And yeah, I'm starting to get tired, so I'll probably be falling asleep here as soon as I finish doing these things. Which is fun because, yeah, I gotta take a shower. You know, I only take a shower once a week. Yay. I sponge bath in between though, so I'm still clean. It's just that the only thing that I can't do shower-wise, non-shower-wise, is I can't wash my hair outside of a shower. That's the part I don't really like. Otherwise, I wash my face and my body with washcloths and such like that. So I'm clean. I just can't do anything with my hair right now. And I've always hated my hair. I've spent my whole life hating my hair. But then I guess everybody does. Nobody has their their perfect image of what they would be. But I don't even know what my perfect image of me would be. I'd still have goofy hair, I guess. Oh, point being, what was my point being on that one? Well, point being, good morning, welcome. Nothing has happened in my life. I have been sleeping and now I'm awake. My friends came by yesterday for a short period of time, and we did some dabs. We didn't do much more past that. Fed the guinea pigs, played with the hamsters and the guinea pigs, watched a video or two. We might have driven down to the store and then back. I can't really remember. It was so minor. And then after that, as soon as they left, I basically fell asleep. About 6 o'clock p.m. I woke up at 10:30. Been up since then, as stated. It's just, my brain is never going to function properly or well because of things like my fibromyalgia, my past history of alcoholism. It's life is life. With the fibro, I always feel like I just woke up. Didn't mean to give a thumbs up on that, but I feel like I just woke up, like right now, the very minute, the moment of the present is a constant feeling of I just woke up. And everything I have said is, I've explained this a million times. I feel like I'm saying everything over. I feel like I have nothing to say, and that I have, nothing to say ever. And that, I don't know. I don't really feel depressed right now, but I don't really feel wonderful. So, I feel more depressed than I did yesterday, but I don't feel depressed. I just feel, hey, I've got nothing to say today. I might as well just not do any videos and then just sit here in a dark room all day. And that's not right. That's not good. That's bad. So, especially since I want to walk to the cannabis store, buy some joints. I need to walk to the post office. There's not going to be anybody there. It's Sunday. This is Sunday, the 5th of February, 2017. Of course, post office is closed. But if anybody sent me any postcards, I can still pick those up. Postcards to letters. That's fine. I like to go and check. It's a good thing. It's very wet outside. It's been raining for days. My throat isn't sore, but it's been getting kind of more icky, raspy, like I'm coming down with something again. But I don't feel bad. I feel great again. So I don't know if it's the weather or if it's allergies, because I keep forgetting to take allergy tablets now that I got my prescription allergy tablets back. I keep forgetting to take them. But even when I do take those, I get so dry, it gets painfully dry too. So what do? How do you win? You don't win. You can't. It's impossible. Impossible to win. Not that I mean it that way. I just was going overboard with anti-enthusiasm there. My hand is just itching, except my finger itches on the inside, and so I could really scratch that for hours It's like it itches like next to the bone. It feels like, and you'd have to really God's above. I wish there was a way to scratch that so that it could scratch the itch that's on the inside without hurting the flesh on the outside. Oh well, such is life. Let's see. One thing I did want to say though, I've been checking out some new channels. Not new channels. Well, I mean, they are new channels in some cases, but for me, it's delving back into things. I've been checking out pencil and paper / pen and paper role-playing game channels again. You know, from about 1974-ish, maybe a little before. Right when Dungeons and Dragons came out, I discovered Dungeons and Dragons. A lot of everybody did. You know, I bought the Player's Handbook, the first Player's Handbook when they came out. We bought that. I bought that. And then the Dungeon Master's Guide and all that. And then they came out with 2nd edition, and then 3rd edition, and then 3.5, and then 4, and now 5. So I used to play all those, and boy, if I had a stack of all the role-playing systems I've ever had, they'd be taller than I am. Because I collected them all the way while I was in the Air Force, too. And when we go over to London, basically when I was in Germany, in my Air Force times, and we took trips to go to London, what we do is we gather up all of our money, take a 3-day trip over in a bus ride over to the UK, stay in a hotel there. That was all paid for by the trip, so that was all cool. But we would not do any of the tour stuff. We would just grab our money and head out to the hobby shops, which, not hobby as in, toy trains or anything, but the comic book shops and the role-playing game shops. And toward that time, Virgin was starting to gobble up everything. They were small but getting big, and so Virgin mega stores were where you had to go to get 2000 AD and all the various other games and such like that. And so we'd come back with hundreds of dollars worth of role-playing games, and I'd come back with a stack of 2000 ADs this thick, issues that would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, when you stack them up like that. And they were the big newsprint types too. God, I love those. They were awesome. But I was able to role play all the way through my Air Force time. One of my favorite games was RuneQuest, actually. But just thought I'd mention from Chaosium. Chaosium has sort of fallen into... They mostly do a lot of board games, and you don't really see them a lot, but they still do stuff, and I don't know if they do RuneQuest still, but that Greg Stafford, the guy who invented RuneQuest and all that, he's gotten some of the RuneQuest licenses. He and his companies they've come out with like 5 or 6 different RuneQuest games now. Each one of them a major overhaul, and all of them built on Glorantha, his fantasy world that he's been working on for like 70 years. So, fascinating stuff, really. One of my favorite games. But I haven't been able to play role-playing games probably since the mid-90s. My alcoholism got too bad at that point. I couldn't go out and be someplace and game because I had serious drinking to do. And I was either recovering from drinking or I was drinking and couldn't go. And so eventually my ability to role-play just vanished entirely because of my drinking. Then afterward, when I went through rehab and all that, I felt a broken human being and didn't even try to mingle with people. I'm amazed that I and my wife actually mingled and fell in love where we worked, because we fell in love where we worked. I started working there. She'd been working there for ages. And then I started following her around like a lovesick puppy, which is good because everybody who worked there thought it was cute. Thank goodness, because I was not doing a lot of my work to follow her around. And so well, I can't even remember the point of the story, but we made it work, and that's what happened there. Oh yes, role playing. And so because I got there, immediately I fell into love with her, and I had to start taking care of her and our daughter when she was born, just like 6 months after we were married, or so like that. March, April, May, June, July, August. 5 months after we were married. So we had to, I had to take care of that. And then as soon as my son was in the process of baking in the oven, so to speak, and she was, X number of months pregnant, she had major problems and she had to go into the hospital. She spent like 4 months in the hospital because there's sometimes a woman will get pregnant and then the body gets so stressed out that you have to be in a severe non-stress environment so that your body won't try to squash the baby out. And so she was in the hospital staying as non-stressed out as you can in a hospital environment, trying to keep the baby inside of her until he got wrapped up in the cord. They had to do an emergency C-section to save him, to save her. They did so. Unfortunately, that was the culmination of everything, and her heart started to fail. And so she needed to have heart valve replacement immediately afterward, and she was dying on the table. She was barely recovered from the cesarean when she had to have the surgery for her heart. She was dying on the table. One more day, she would have been gone. So I had to take care of her after that, and especially the second half of our marriage. I was terrified. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to see anything. I stayed awake 23 hours out of 24 so I could watch her and make sure she was going to be okay. That's one of the reasons I'm still exhausted now. I have a sleep deficit decades deep, where if I fell into a deep sleep now and slept for 10 years, I still wouldn't have caught up on all the sleep I've missed. So thumbs up on that. But it's okay. I mean, I don't mind that. It's just I haven't had a chance to roleplay. I still play role-playing games on the computer. Action role-playing games, mostly. If I have to think or remember anything like that, it's gone. So, I try. Well, what I'm going to do now is go to the community page on my channel because I want to thank 20 to 25 of my commenters. I do not think that shoutouts should require a contest or any special thing. Simple human contact, simple human recognition. If you'd like to have a shout out, let me know in the comments. If I catch it, you're a guaranteed shout out. So thumbs up on that. Now, if I mispronounce a name, no disrespect is intended. Yeah, my throat is getting really sore. No disrespect is intended. It is just, I'm terrible at names. And I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for leaving comments. Good comment, bad comment, and different comment. I don't know. I'm just thanking you for leaving a comment. So, Jordan Sorensen, thank you so very much. And Stone Zebra 666, thank you so very much for the comment. Greatly appreciated. Christian Frias. I say Frias because it's Frias, and so I'm not quite sure how that would be pronounced otherwise, but thank you so very much. And John Zippay, Z-I-P-P-A-Y, thank you so very much. And Jay Webb, thank you so very, very much. And then there's Ezekiel Marlowe, thank you. And Maddie Metz, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Life is sweet with Oro wheat. That's the Oro wheat song from, I don't know, 30 years or something. But thank you so very much. And Vicious Oz, thank you. And Dessert for Thought. Ooh, I like that. Pretty clever there. And then there's Claude5190 getting another shout out. I don't know how many you've had, but it's been quite a few. And then there's What Up Doe? Well, I'm not quite sure, but thank you for the comment. And Fritz Model, thank you. Greatly appreciated. I'm hitting show more. And then Juan Sayax? I would say Sayax because of the Juan part, but it's S-A-J-A-X. So thank you very much. And then stuff, thank you. And that dude, cool little usernames there. Thank you so very much. And then no comment, thank you. And RSTGB02, I don't even know how that would, like a sentence or something, but still, thank you so very much. Greatly appreciated. Oh, itchy. And then there is Jaden Hamilton. Thank you so very much. And Omi Wan. Interesting. Thank you. With Aubrey Graham. Thank you very much for the comment. Greatly appreciated. Hitting show more. And then, oh good, it loaded up. And then the Salamander Gamer. Interesting username. Thank you. Cloud ZCSGO. Cool. Thank you very, very much. I had to get up and lean so I could actually see. I haven't gotten any glasses yet, and I desperately need them. I can't see. So, happy days on that. And then there is Jamie's Division. Thank you so very much. Hopefully that was a 2 before, and now I'm doing a 3. And then Sarah Barbosa. Thank you so very, very much. Greatly appreciated. And then lastly, Necrolust. Now, I know I've given you a shout-out many times before, but here's another shout-out. Thank you so very much. Greatly appreciated. Well, it's 16 minutes, 28 seconds. I haven't really said or done anything except just flap my jaws. I'm sorry. I'm boring and awful, I know. But for me, the day just doesn't feel right unless I start off with a vlog anymore. I mean, it really seems wrong. There's something not right. I'm a creature of routine and habit. And even though I say comfort equals stagnation, stagnation equals death, there's times that things like doing a morning vlog, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing. That's a nice little bit of routine and comfort. So thumbs up on that. The only thing I will ask is if you could check out some of the links down there. That would be awesome. If you could toss me a like, that would be really cool. I would appreciate the positive validation for my existence. And if you could subscribe, but only if you're ready. Pity subscriptions, not asked for, not wanted, not needed. If you're down with it though, and you're ready, then hey, thumbs up. Glad to have you as a subscriber. Hope to keep you forever and ever and ever. Down in the basement with the rest of them, wrapped in plastic, in the dark. So thumbs up. Hopefully that sounded suitably creepy and not just stupid or silly. I would say some greetings, but I got a sore throat, and I'm going to actually not. So I'm going to call this one a little bit short, and you take care. I'm going to have a reaction video today. I'm also going to have a Resident Evil 7 video today, so thumbs up on that. So you take care. I will see you on the flip side, and that, my friend, is a very good thing. See, I'm using both my hands almost equally. Why? THC. The more I smoke, the more this acts just like a regular hand. The less I smoke, the more it hurts, the less I use it. So thumbs up for THC. It's a very, very good thing. Bloody miracle plant, I tell you. You take care, have a great day, and I will see you on the flip side.